I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
Hi, I'm Fred from Right Said Fred.
And I'm Richard from Right Said Fred, and we're not too sexy to get tested. If you told people that they could become Hep C by sharing a straw doing coke, they wouldn't believe you.
No, they wouldn't.
I'm telling you.
They wouldn't believe you.
Nobody.
I was
staggered.
And I'd done that. I had done that for a long time.
Yeah.
You know. Well, we got into using steroids partly because the gyms we didn't go to health clubs. We went to gyms. Yeah, and these were particularly the end of the 80s, early 90s. These were pretty old school, big, heavy plates and big blokes. Steroid use was pretty rife, and I became very adept at using the needle. But what was interesting is, having spoken to you about this, is that it's not the needle, because once the needle's, if the needle has been used on someone that has Hep C and goes into that, and you're sharing the pot, clean needles make no difference because the virus is in the pot, not on the needle. And that, I think when bodybuilders out there find that out, I think they'd be freaked out.
I've been going to gyms for years and years and years, and I have never, ever seen, or in clubs, a hepatitis C warning, ever.
No, I can't.
Never.
No.
I mean, I've walked into clubs you see HIV, information, and phone lines and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever seen Hep C.
People share stuff. Of course they do. Toothbrushes. Of course they do.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to be transferred.
Bleeding gums.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be a good name for a band.
Yeah.
A really heavy rock outfit,
Yeah.
the Bleeding Gums.
Yeah, they could go on tour with therapy.
Yeah. I've never been to a chemical sex party.
The chemical sex party.
Do you know when the next one's happening?
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
Chemical sex party sort of passed us by. All the invites just didn't ever reach me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I've got to be hands-on. I have been to sex parties.
That's a great name for a band too, by the way.
Sex party.
Chemical sex party.
I've never been to a chemical sex party. I've been to sex parties, but never a chemical sex party. Your inhibitions, your barriers, your decision making, everything is compromised. You will just the only thing you'll care about is your buzz, your high, and what you want sexually. That makes you incredibly vulnerable.
What we find actually, once we start opening up that testing, people who would be considered low risk are sometimes coming through. And sometimes those people, when they think back, saying, oh, well, maybe in the 70s or 80s I did something that I wasn't, oh, maybe I'm paying the price for that now. But actually some people have no idea they have Hep C, and they have no idea until they get unwell or they're tested for another reason. So it's really important, I think, that people come through and just make testing just part of their routine, looking for other things. So if you're having a checkup for other things, why not do Hep C at the same time?
The very people who don't think they need to be tested are the very people that should be tested, because they think doing a few lines at the weekend, maybe they've had a tattoo once, maybe they've gone out camping, shared razors, toothbrushes. You do things that seem at the time fairly innocuous, but actually you're putting yourself at risk.
You don't have to be a drug user or a prostitute or go down the gym or anything to run the risk of infection. You can lead a completely blameless life, and you just don't know. I think we should definitely go and get tested.
I think it's an excellent idea, Phil.
Absolutely, yes. Very nearly an armful.
Right, hello there, Mr. Fairbrass. Can I call you Richard?
You can call me anything you like.
Thank you. My name's Sophie Forsyth. I'm one of the consultants.
Okay.
So why have you come here today?
I've come here today to be tested for Hep C because I've never been tested before for Hep C. I've had other blood tests, but not Hep C.
Pop your arm out for me there. Oh, we've got a lovely vein there. You're not prone to fainting or anything when you have your blood taken?
No.
That's
Okay.
it.
Cool. Look at that.
We're going to send the blood test off.
Right.
And we'll see you again in about a week's time to discuss the results.
With all the good news.
Yes, we hope so. So, hi there.
Hi.
It's Mr. Fairbrass.
Yes.
Can I call you Fred?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Please do.
My name's Sophie
Hi,
Forsyth.
Sophie.
I'm one of
Hi.
the consultants here.
Okay. How many people say to you it's very nearly an armful? You must hear it every day.
Okay, right. So just a little
Yep.
scratch.
Yep.
So it's only just over a teaspoonful.
Okay, good to know.
Looks like a lot more.
You don't get the sweet tea afterwards anymore, do you?
So if you can press nice and hard
Yep.
on there for me.
If I was Hep C positive, and I won't know obviously until after we get the result, but if I was Hep C positive, I wouldn't have a clue. where I've got not. If I actually think about it, I wouldn't have it. I would not a clue. No, it would be a complete mystery to me.
Hi Richard, nice to see you again.
Nice to be here. Well, I shouldn't say that really. It might not be.
And you come back for your results
I've
today.
come back for my results.
For
Yeah.
the blood test that we did last time.
Yeah.
And I'm really pleased to tell you that your hepatitis C test has come back as negative.
Excellent. Funnily enough, if it had been positive, I would have been really furious because I don't know how I would have. I don't have enough fun to justify it.
Well, nice to see you again,
Thanks,
Fred.
Sophie, yes.
And you've come back for your results today.
I have, yes.
And I'm very pleased to tell you that the test we did for hepatitis C has come back as negative.
This is very good. I'm very happy.
Yeah, so that means you don't have it.
Yes.
I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts.
How do you feel about having had those results now?
Surprisingly relieved.
Very relieved.
Yeah.
But it's sort of, when you're first told, you're like, okay, I get that. And then bit by bit, you had, because imagine just for a moment,
If it wasn't.
Just a moment that they'd said that you're positive, my next 6 months, my next 12 months and beyond, whole thing changes. And
Yeah.
so it's actually it's important to just take a breath and realise how fortunate we are. And but that said, I'm very pleased I know.
Yeah. I mean, also the thing for me was that we were talking about it on the way here. It only really dawned on us on the way here.
I hadn't given much thought.
I hadn't really given it much thought. And also, when I actually think back to when we were working together on the first album, we were doing jabs with steroids all the time. I mean, Sean, the guy, would come to the studio at least once a week and jab us. And when I started thinking about that, and I never thought, that never crossed my mind, Hep C, not in a million years. So when we got here this morning, I suddenly thought, oh, no, it is possible.
That's what I was saying.
It is possible.
Sophie, the doctor, it's the historic thing you forget about.
Exactly.
You know, and you just kind of what I did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
There's that thing, isn't it? I've forgotten what I did, but my liver hasn't.
Yeah.
You know, and it is that. And I was pretty promiscuous and reckless. So the negative result is very good. And
It's empowering too, isn't it? Knowing,
and it's knowing
your
and
status.
also actually it is dodging bullets, and I've been lucky. It's nothing smart in what I did. I'm just lucky. Simple as that.
And this Hep C thing is all about just people talking.
Communication,
Communicate.
yeah.
That's what it is. And I think the key thing about this is to let people know that they're not dealing with it on their own. They're not. There's a whole network of people out there. Frankly, if we can get tested, anybody can get tested, and they should.
Yeah.
And they should.
Sexy for my cat, poor pussy cat. I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me, and I'm too sexy for this song.
We're not too sexy to get tested. Hooray! Nice one. Come on.